shortly before dying, he said that in Damanhur, it was crucial now that we achieve the results of manifesting a super individual consciousness as a collective. What does that mean? He spoke about the super individual for many years before that, and it basically represents the next stage of evolution of a collective, a little bit along the lines of when they asked Krishnamurti if Buddha were to reincarnate in the 20th century, what would he look like? What form would he have taken? You heard about that story, right? He says, well, if Buddha were to reincarnate in the 20th century, he would come in the form of a community. The next challenge, the next level of the game is to do it together. In this day and age, the point is to be able to enlighten collectively. So the super individual concept that Falco described and said was necessary for the prosecution of the game is when people really manage to move from I to we in finding synergy and integration, where your success really, in a heartfelt way, is my success. So I want to know what your goal is and what your perspectives are and what will make you a happy person, because if I can contribute to that at all, that will be my evolution, my success, because you have gifts that I don't have. You have them in a different way. And as you were describing that as well before that, then your meditation becomes, how can I contribute rather than how can I just take? How can I give? And the giving game is such that the more you give, the more you get, actually. And that's really a super conscious, super individual level of awareness. When I asked Falco shortly before he left his body, I said, Falco, if you were to say, after you're gone, your message, your vision will be interpreted by so many different perspectives and facets. What would you say to be the essence of what is a Dhammayariyan? What does it mean to be Dhammayariyan? He said, to be Dhammayariyan means to be, we are builders. He said, simple. He said, no, it's simple. We're builders. Now, this can be interpreted in many ways, but that's his legacy is that we are transformers of dreams into something that you can touch and see. That's the sense of being builder.
Burning Man is like a temporary experience that you build. It's very difficult. Of course, there's observers who show up. You're not supposed to observe. You're supposed to physically be creating something and going to this hardest place to get to, extreme alkaline dust desert, which is by the way, corrosive salt dust that you have to wash your feet with vinegar to get it's really, really intense. So going to this harsh environment to build together then unites people. So I think that's really interesting.
I think this is fascinating because, if you look at how liberating it is for people to experience the burn and experience radical self-expression, when you were describing the multiple personalities and that we consciousness begins with yourself, something I think we don't think of in popular culture is that we're more than one identity. We think of ourselves as an individual, and actually, I think what Falco might have been getting at with the super individual is we're aware that we're actually multiple dimensions of an individual, and we might even have multiple personalities.